Hello, everyone, it is me, on a lazy Sunday afternoon, because I'm in my dirty mess. I haven't shaved, I haven't really done anything, because lazy Sunday. Anywho, I mean to make this video, but I get busy and lazy pretty easily, so I haven't made this video, but I'm making it now, so yay. Anywho, last week I saw Slowdive perform live, and that was really neat. That was really cool. It reminded me one thing. I really like Slowdive. That show reminded me how much I really like Slowdive, because I was really into it for the entire show. The music really controlled me, you know? There was something about it that just blew me away and just took me to a whole other world. And, you know, I couldn't ask for an absolutely amazing show than that. A Japanese breakfast opened, you know. I'm not really that huge on Japanese breakfast. A lot of people are. Don't really, you know, see the whole hype behind it. Michelle Zauner is a pretty charismatic and cute and bubbly front woman, and that's always nice to see. But nothing too amazing. Nothing too boring. There's some fun songs that they have. You know, Everyone Wants to Love You is a really fun, wonderful single, but nothing too crazy from Psychopomp or really, you know, their new album stuff. But yeah, Japanese breakfast isn't half bad, even though you know, hipsters love to jerk off to them a lot. But Slowdive played a wonderful set, a mix of new and old. You know, some tracks from Slovakia, and you know, they ended on, you know, Golden Hair. They encored and ended on 40 Days. Some wonderful stuff. And that's really all I have to say about the live performance setting. Great set. You know, it was a bit loud, but I had my earplugs in because I want to protect my fucking hearing, you know, every once in a while. But that's all I can really say. It was a wonderful, fun experience. With that being said, let's talk about Slowdive for a moment. I bought the album, believe it or not, and it's a weird thing for me to buy an album to come. I never really buy an album that comes out the same year as it is. And I never really buy recent albums. In terms of like popular stuff, I think the most recent album I have is To Be Kind by Swans. Besides that, the most recent album I have is Drakenführer's Realm of Light, which came out last year, and I bought this year. And it's Jim Kirkwood and Uruk Hai dungeon synth ambient collaboration. You know, nothing to really get, you know, pitchfork writers, you know, to go crazy about, but I never really buy an album to come out the same year, which speaks volumes for me to really get the album, because I honestly think it's a good album, which is weird because it's a comeback album. Most comeback albums are not good. You know, subjectively they're not good, but I really do like this album. You know, I've listened to it tons and tons of times, which, you know, is more I can say about anything else that has been released this year. Would I say that it's my album of the year so far? Not really. I'd probably go to like Old Tower or something. Is it top 5? For sure. Yeah. There's, you know, and it's not an amazing album. You know, when Sugar for the Pill came out as the second single, you know, I wasn't blown away by it. You know, I still think it's the weakest song off of the album, even if it kind of helps. You know, with the context of the album, I still think it's a very weak song. Go Get It, I believe, is the name of the second to last track. Nice track, alright, but nothing too amazing compared to the rest of the songs. The first 2 tracks are absolutely amazing. Slow Mo and Star Roving are just great. If I do have to pick one song as my favorite, it's Slow Mo. Slow Mo is a wonderful opener. Energetic, fun. It's just a wonderful opener. And Falling Ashes, not a great closer. It kind of sounds like a B-side to a moon-shaped pool. I think that's like the consensus of what everyone's been saying. It sounds like a fucking Radiohead song. But it kind of does. Slowdive isn't, the most original band. I mean, fuck, Pygmalion is nothing than a Talk Talk tribute album, but, it's a nice little song. But overall, the album is very good. There are some wonderful moments in it, and I really can't ask for more for a comeback album. And maybe it's a fanboy thing for me. I've always preferred Slowdive over any of the other shoegaze essential guys. To me, Slovakia is better than Loveless. And maybe it's that, but there's something about this music that just really speaks to me a lot. Dream pop and shoegaze in general is still a genre, despite being over 20 years old. Still resonates with a lot of us to this day. A lot of teenagers and 20-somethings. And that's the beauty of that type of music, I guess. It ages, but it kind of doesn't age. It can get boring and stale, but there's still people that will cling on to that. I'm not big on guys like Japanese Breakfast or Dive or Ringo Death Star or Chiron Ursi or whatever flavor of the month shoegaze band is being promoted this decade. But there's other people that still look at their music and it's like, wow, this is amazing. And I can feel that. I can resonate with that. And this album, I can definitely feel it. There's something about it that really speaks to me, really connects with me. And it's a reason why, I can still, go for it over and over again. Some of the tracks I didn't mention, let me look at the track listing real quick. I keep forgetting about No Longer Making Time. That's my second favorite song. I don't know why I keep forgetting about that. Maybe because, the title just feels like a little bit generic. Slow-mo is pretty easy to remember. Falling Ashes, yeah. No Longer Making Time. I don't know why. That always escapes from me. But I have that song on repeat over and over again. I don't even give a shit about the title. I just love that song. It's one of those things where I don't really care about the song name. I just want to listen to that fucking song over and over again. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about Slowdive. It's a wonderful album, and if they're in your area, and hopefully if the show isn't sold out, because my show was sold out, and a couple other shows were sold out too. It was an extremely packed house. I'm not gonna go really into like personal experience stuff, like, oh, I met a bunch of dudes here and all that other stuff, because apparently people watch this stuff. My previous video on King Gizzard was like, hell, here's what happened to me, and it's like people were watching it. I got like 450 more viewers than I do usually. And it's like, oh no, people are using me as a resource. That's not a good video for you to use as a resource. So I gotta keep it neutral. But to end it off, yeah, I like Slowdive. I know it's not for everyone's taste and subjectivity. It's like, oh, they're too soft. Like, oh, Chris Ott told me that Slovakia's bad and all that other nonsense. But Slowdive is nice. I like Slowdive. That's gonna be the end. Have a good day, everyone.